Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Fantasy is a well-known genre that doesn't need an introduction. Any person of any age and gender can be sucked into fantasy. With intriguing plotlines, mysterious characters, and fantastical settings, it provides an excellent opportunity to immerse in the words or drawings on a page. Before the video starts, please subscribe to the channel to become a member of the family. Number 10. The Breaker. The Breaker is well suited for its title. As the title suggests, the main character in the manhwa becomes an obstacle breaker through his determination. Shiyun is a student in Nine Dragons High School who gets bullied regularly. When his new English teacher named Chun-Woo witnesses it, he provokes him for not fighting back. Shiyun decides to join a martial arts academy, but before that, he accidentally sees Chun-Woo's fighting skills and decides to become his disciple. However, Chun-Woo takes him as a disciple if only Shiyun can prove that he can keep his life on the line. Number 9. Dead Days. I guess you have already figured out the concept of the manhwa by seeing the title. Yes, it is a zombie manhwa. The story starts with the fourth day of a zombie apocalypse, where Jingkook stuck in his room when her mom turns into a zombie. While running out on both food and water, he decides to face the world filled with zombies. But it isn't easy as he thinks. Can he survive? It is one of the most thrilling and intimidating manhwas out there. At first, I was hesitant to read it because it wasn't on the top-tier manhwas, but once I gave it a chance, it got me hooked up just from the art. But I think it deserves to be one of the best manhwas out there. The story is so engaging, and you always have to wait for the scene where you'll get surprised. We thought it might end up being one of your favorites from our list of the best manhwa, best webtoons, best Korean webcomics. Number 8. Tomb Raider King. Tomb Raider King was written by Yoons and illustrated by 3B2S and Redis Studio. God's tombs, which contain ancient and rare artifacts within them, begin to appear around the world. The relics within them have the power to give you a legendary power and enslave others to you. Number 7. Bastard. Bastard is a total pace-changing manhwa and stays on a different level from the normal ones. The story follows Son Jin, whose life is very hard. He has a calm nature and gets bullied at school because of that. But when he's at home, his life is far worse than being at school. Despite being a successful businessman and a worthy father, his father is a ruthless serial killer. Somehow his eyes set on a new transfer student of Son's school known as Yoon Kian. Now the time has come for Jin to choose whether to leave her in his father's hands or fight against him. This manhwa is so unlike others because even though there are some thriller manhwas, most of them are one-time surprising ones. However, Bastard stays apart from those offering the immeasurable thrill to the reader by making every second valuable. So, make sure to read if you haven't yet. Number 6. Mercenary Enrollment. Yu Aijin was the only person to survive the plane crash, and unfortunately, he lost both of his parents. He also lost his memories and began living as a mercenary until he became 20. Now, he has regained his memories and discovered that he has a sister and a grandpa. He decides to live a peaceful life with his family by attending school, but is it going to be that easy? Mercenary Enrollment, such a badass manhwa. The main character is freaking awesome, being experienced in combat. He deals with bullies in the way we get chills. If you're into action manhwa and haven't watched this one yet, You're truly unlucky to miss something amazing. Number 5. The Beginning After the End. The unrivaled King Arthur was murdered and somehow got reincarnated into a fantasy world filled with magic. He still has his memories and so the pain of not having loved ones. In this life, he found loving parents and good friends, but the world is much darker than he expects. He needs to become stronger to protect his loved ones so that he doesn't regret it. To be honest, I love this manhwa even more than Solo Leveling, but it hasn't come to the point to overwhelm it. There is a lot of story left and so are plenty of epic moments. The story is so good and the main character is badass and mature. If you haven't read this one yet, you're missing more than anything. Number 4. Second Life Ranker. Second Life Ranker was written by Nong Nong and illustrated by Sa Doyeon. It is based on the novel of the same name that was written and released in the year 2017. It chronicles the story of Yeon Woo, a man who is searching for his twin brother, Jung Woo Cha, who disappeared 5 years ago, and the only hint being a pocket watch. Number 3. Magician. Magician was written and illustrated by Kim Saray. Don't let the less than stellar art fool you. This manhwa has an intriguing story. It follows the 3 main characters: Irami, a young woman who is tagging along; Enzu, a young boy who seeks revenge against his father's murderer; and Ethermask, a man who is looking for a scripture, as they depart on a journey. Number 2. Catharsis. If you have high standards for this manhwa, I won't blame you because it is indeed a high-standard manhwa. It has gorgeous artwork, an engaging story, and more importantly, exciting characters. What else do you need to read such an amazing piece of work? So, if you're searching for a good manhwa to read, then feel free to add this one to your list. If possible, try to read it right away because it is one of the best manhwas out there. The story follows Leon, who knows the meaning of fear, but to some extent thanks to the nightmares he encounters. He can identify people based on their voice because of his unusual ability. But when he discovers the existence of monsters, his worst nightmares finally become real. Number 1. Sweet Home. Sweet Home is a psychological horror manhwa that hits you with quite an impact of thrill. The story follows Cha Yun, who used to be a shut-in but had to move to another apartment due to a tragedy. His whole family died in a car accident, and now he's left alone. Since he can't live without his family, he tries to commit suicide, but an unbelievable incident changes everything. He witnesses people turning into monsters in his apartment, and now he had to survive due to these unexpected turn of events. People who are into horror, psychological, zombie genres will have a blast with this webtoon. While the initial chapters give you no hint of an idea of what's happening, you'll get an inch closer to the mystery in every chapter. This is the end of our video, and most of the manhwa that we have mentioned are worth your time. And we have more than enough varieties for your taste. Well, What do you think of our list of the best manhwa? And what is your favorite, best one? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section, and see you in another video. Cheers!